We're here at the Manitoba Law Courts for the final day of the Jeremy Skibicki trial. We heard the arguments from the defense and the Crown. The defense is arguing that Jeremy Skibicki is not criminally responsible for the murders of 4 women, Rebecca Contois, Mercedes Myron, Morgan Harris, and a 4th unidentified woman the community has named Buffalo Woman due to mental illness. Defense lawyer Leonard Tallier opened the trial by arguing that Skibicki was suffering from paranoid schizophrenia when he killed the 4 women in 2022. To prove his point, he referred to records, including medical documents and CFS files, as well as UK forensic psychiatrist Dr. Soham Das's assessment of Skibicki's mental state. Court heard that Skibicki told a psychiatrist he felt compelled to kill the woman because he heard a voice from God. However, Manitoba Court of King's Bench Chief Justice Glenn Joyal noted the lack of a definitive diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. He also questioned how delusion alone could fuel Skibicki's sexual assaults. Outside the courthouse, Tallier was asked if he believes Skibicki was a racist man.
If he was a racist man, why was his wife Indigenous? Why did all the women he went with were Indigenous? You see? So it's a very curious admixture of these profoundly ill ideas, delusional ideas, with an admixture of racial components. Dr. Das says the same thing himself.
Afterwards, the Crown argued that Skibicki committed 4 counts of first-degree murder and that there was no evidence to support he had a mental disorder. They said Skibicki's acts were intentional, racially motivated, and fulfilled his sexual urges. Crown attorney Renee Lajemodier asked the judge to reject Dr. Das's opinion, stating it lacked credibility, had flawed and biased reasoning, and was factually weak. Crown attorney Chris Vanderhoof argued the murders were deliberately planned, using quotes from Skibicki's police confession tape as evidence. Vanderhoof ended the Crown's closing arguments by referring to one of Skibicki's Google searches, asking for the definition of a serial killer. The answer, Mr. Skibicki, is you, Vanderhoof said. On July 11th, Manitoba Court of King's Bench Chief Justice Glenn Joyal will provide his final judgment. Sierra Bettens, APTN National News, Winnipeg.